Well, good evening, everybody. This is Josh Shacker, as all of you probably already know. And I want to just take a moment and welcome all of you to Young Living. As new members, Kim and I are excited that you are part of our team and that you've decided to take a journey toward wellness, purpose, and abundance using the Young Living oils. And so tonight, I'm hoping that this information is going to be very, very valuable for you. We're going to talk a little bit about just some things that are really good for you to know, like how to place an order, how to get some free product. I know we're all very interested in that. Also, how do you get thank yous from Young Living and what that looks like. And then also, how to share your oils and what you're experiencing, because there is a right way to it, and there's a way that can actually get you in a little bit of trouble. And so we want to help equip you with that. And then finally, I want to give you some resources at the end here of places where you can go to get additional information, additional training as you continue to learn more about these essential oils. So again, welcome. I'm glad that you've taken some time to come and further your knowledge and spend a little bit of time with me. So I'm going to change the screen here for just a moment, and we're going to get started. So what I'm going to do is, whoops, here we go. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is go through just some information for you, and part of what we'll do is I'm actually going to get in and show you how to walk through the what's called a virtual office and that kind of stuff. But before I do, some of you don't know me as well as I would like, and I do hope that that changes here in the near future. And so I just wanted to introduce a little bit about who Kim and I are and how we got involved with Young Living. So as you can see on the left, there is a picture of my beautiful bride and I. That's at one of the conferences here in the Fenton area earlier this year. And Kim and I, we got started with Young Living. Our journey actually started a couple of years ago because of the picture on the right. You see the little man in green there? That's my son, Benjamin. He's now 2.5 years old. But when he was 4 months old, he had an issue that we were trying to help solve for with his skin. And there was a lot of things that we were trying to do, and none of it was really working. And really, what we found out is that his body just needed a little bit of extra support in working the way that it really should. And what we didn't know is that the medications and things like that the doctors gave him don't actually support your body. What they do is they act as replacements for things, or they try to trick the body into doing certain things. And really what his body needed was just a little bit of extra TLC and extra support. And so somebody at our church introduced us to Young Living and got us in contact actually with somebody who had a very similar experience with their child. And we tested some of the oils. They worked really, really well. And so that started our journey. And since then, we have grown our usage of these oils. We now use, we have over 50 oils alone in our home right now. And that number is continually growing. We also have started using things like the supplements and some of the other products that my wife has been using for quite a while, some of the soaps and the cleaners and that kind of stuff that are available from Young Living. So there's really a lot that Young Living has to offer, and I want to encourage you: don't be overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that Young Living has, but rather just look at it as a step-by-step thing that you're going to go through. That you're starting out with the premium starter kit. You've got 11 amazing oils. Those are going to impact you, and as they do, you're going to learn more. And as you learn more, you might start going, oh, I might need this product over here. I might want to make this little change in my life over here. And that's really what part of the journey is that Young Living has and Young Living encourages. You can go on this journey outside of Young Living. I can tell you that the oils are just amazing, that they definitely help, and that they are the best quality that there are, that they are the best quality available on the market currently. So I can stand behind their oils and their products wholeheartedly. All right. So moving on. So I want to talk for just a minute about how to use the oils. So there's three ways that Young Living's oils can be used. One is topically, and the second is inhalation. And so for many of you that I've met with, that I've been talking to for a while, or that Kim's been talking to, you know that you can use them topically. A lot of times we first meet people and we stick some oils on them because they need it, their body needs some support, and that's a way that they're comfortable doing it. Another way is inhalation or aroma, through diffusion or something of that nature. And if you've walked by me, you smell my oils, guess what? You're benefiting because I put them on topically. So that's inhalation. There's a number of ways to do that, whether you put it in your hands, you put it on a diffuser necklace or diffuser bracelet, or you put it in the diffuser that came with your premium starter kit. All of those are great ways of using it, of using the oils. Topically, again, amazing ways to use it. And really the great thing about these oils is there's really no wrong way to use them. Using them is the important thing. And then learning how to use them more effectively is something that will happen over time. But there's no wrong way to use it. So from a topical perspective, you can put it on the back of your neck, you can put it on your feet, you can put it directly on wherever it is that you're trying to affect a change. All of those are good. The last thing that many people don't know is that Young Living oils can be used internally. So we are the only oils company who has FDA-approved oils for ingestion. And that's actually really, really important because you'll see some companies out there who talk a little bit about ingesting oils, but you look at labels and everybody else's oils specifically says on there, do not ingest. Do not eat. Young Living is the only company that you're able to actually eat those oils. And the reason for that is because of our seed to seal guarantee. Because we have pure oils. Now, there's a lot of oils out there that say that they're pure. Legally, in order to carry a pure label, they can have as little as like 2% oil in their bottle, actual oil. The rest of it can be synthetic, it can be fillers and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, the industry is not regulated to the point where they have to disclose, what's in their oil. So they can say pure and it's everything but. With Young Living, Gary Young, our founder, is very adamant about the quality of the oils that are put out because with the quality comes the effects that we're all looking for, right? It's not just that these oils smell good. Quite honestly, Gary doesn't care how they smell. And that's it with a few of the oils that don't necessarily smell the greatest. But what he's more concerned with is, do these oils work? And do they provide the effects that people are looking for? And because of that, he will not compromise on quality. We own our farms, as you already know. We distill our own oils. As you already know, we bottle it ourselves. So we are in control of the entire process, from how plants are cultivated to everything else that goes into the process. So that's why we're able to consume our oils internally or use them internally. Now, I do want to put a statement out there about this. So there are some oils that are approved for internal use and some that are not. And so the way that you know, I'm going to actually turn my camera back on here for just a moment. The way that you know whether it's approved is, you see right here, I've got a bottle that's not really clear, but it's a bottle of Lemon Vitality. So that's what the label looks like. It's white, and right underneath the oil it says Vitality, and I can't really see it very well. Let's see. No, not going to show up very well. But that's what it looks like. And excuse me, those are the ones that are approved by the FDA for ingestion. Now, the reason why all of our oils don't carry that label is because there are some that may not be the best to use internally. And so if you're going to use it internally, just make sure that you've got the Vitality oils. Now, if you pick up a bottle of lemon, you pick up a bottle of Lemon Vitality, what's the difference? Well, one's got the Vitality label and one doesn't. Okay, the 15 mil has the non-Vitality label, the 5 mil has the Vitality label. They come out of the same vat, but the ones that are approved for ingestion are the ones that have the Vitality label. Okay, just so you know. So do with that information what you want, but just be aware that it's Vitality oils that are approved for ingestion. Right now, I believe there's over 30 Vitality oils, so quite a few out there. All right, so that talks a little bit about how to use these oils. And I would love, by the way, for you to reach out to Kim and I or join us on Facebook and just talk a little bit about what the favorite oils are that you have, what they're doing for you. And we're going to talk about how to talk about that here in a few minutes. What ways that you're using them, whether you're using them topically, whether you're using them internally, or whether you're using them aromatically in some way. We'd love to learn that and explore that with you. Okay, so let's shift and actually do a little bit of training, if you will. So what I'd like to do now is talk about the virtual office. And so let me pull it up here. Okay, oops. So when you first log in, the virtual office, you should have received an email from Young Living that gave you a link to the virtual office. If you have any problems getting to that, it's actually really quite simple. Oops. All you need to do is go to youngliving.com, and once you select what region you're from, so we'll select the United States, that's where I'm at. Then all you do is right here, it says virtual office. You mouse over that, and you won't have all this because you won't be logged in, but it'll have a login button, and you just click that login, and that will pop you over to this screen right here. Now, you'll see on my screen something that you're not going to likely see on yours, because Kim and I are working to build our business. We've got an organization that's growing, and so you see some information here. If you've started recruiting people or sharing your oils with people and they've been signing up for starter kits, you'll see something very similar to this. You'll see what rank you're qualified for right at this very moment. You'll see where you stand, what your usage history is, and some other information. So this is really good information to have. But there's a few things that I want to show you in here. I'm not going to go through all of it right now, but there are a few things that I want to show you. First, there's training that's available about the virtual office. And so the way that you get to that is you go right here to Member Resources. And then you go to, let's see if I can find it, because I always have a problem. Here we go. Right there. I knew I was going to miss it. Right down here, so it says resource categories, it says virtual office training. So you click there, and then there's this information that you can go through. So I would highly recommend that you go through this. Because it shows you, how to redeem reward points. It talks to you about essential rewards, managing your organization, and so on and so forth. So this is really good to have. The other thing that's really good is this Wild University. So go ahead and go through this as well. Again, just gives you some basics on the oils, on the usage, and some other things. So more training is always coming, so definitely keep an eye on this. There's been some training here that I haven't yet gone through, so I've got to get through that myself. But that's really good training. So we have the Wild University, and then we also have the virtual office training. Now, what I want to show you today how to do is probably one of the things that you're actually going to be getting ready to do in the next couple of weeks, which is probably place another order, because you've received your starter kit, you've been using it, and you're going, either I'm starting to run out already because I've been using these oils, or there's some additional oils or products that I want to get. And so I want to show you how to do that. There's two ways to place orders with Young Living. One is through what's called a quick order. So that's where you log in, you just place an order, and it gets processed. Okay. So you click on quick order, and then this is what you're going to see. And you can just scroll around. You can select an area to go look at, and you can choose the products that you want to get. Now, as we've talked about before, because again, most of you I've had the opportunity to talk to, when you get through the end and you're choosing shipping, please pay very particular attention to that. It's going to default to a Wild Choice. You do not want to use that because really what happens is Wild Choice means whatever courier happens to be picking up at the time that they're sending out your box is what they're going to give. And most likely what that means is it's going to end up going through the Postal Service. And there have been a lot of people with Young Living who have experienced it taking an extraordinary amount of time to receive their product when it gets in the hands of the Postal Service. So what we strongly recommend is to use the FedEx Ground Or if you want it more quickly than ground, definitely do something. You can do second day or overnight, but at a minimum, do the FedEx ground. Okay, and it's especially true if you're ordering Ningxia Red. You do not want to send that through any other system aside from FedEx. And again, that's if you're in the United States. If you're outside the United States, in Canada or elsewhere, there may be other shipping options that need to be explored. I'm not intimately familiar with that yet, but if you have a question about it, let me know. I have people I can contact and find out what's the best shipping for international orders. Okay, so FedEx round. So this is the quick order. You navigate through, you add it to your cart, and you can check out. Really pretty simple. If you're going to be ordering, what I would strongly recommend that you do is take advantage of Essential Rewards, which you'll see right over here. So Essential Rewards is really one of Young Living's ways of thanking you for choosing Young Living and for using their products. And so what happens with Essential Rewards is you sign up, and it is a monthly order that gets processed. You can discontinue at any time. So you could place an Essential Rewards order today, and you can cancel tomorrow. That's perfectly fine. Okay, but for every month that you place a consecutive order, you start building up the percentage of which you get your rewards. Okay, so initially everybody gets 10%. So if you spend $100, you get $10 back on Essential Rewards points that you can then apply immediately to other products if you so desire. Okay, when you place the monthly order, you also get reduced rate shipping. Okay, so you spend less on your shipping than if you're to place a quick order. Okay, as you continue on, as I said, your rewards are going to ramp up. So from 0 to 6 months is 10%. From 6 to 12 months is 15%, and then 12 months and beyond is 20%. Okay, now I do want to let you know that's improving. That is going to go up. I'm not going to talk about it in detail tonight, but that I just found out goes into effect at the beginning of September, so still a couple of months away. Okay, so don't delay. You can still take advantage of the Essential Rewards as it is right now, as well as be migrated over to the new rewards when it happens. So as we get more information on that, I will definitely be sharing it. But just know that some changes there are coming in. They are very, very good changes that were announced at convention a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so to place an Essential Rewards order, what you want to do is click on Essential Rewards, and if you aren't signed up for Essential Rewards yet, you're going to want to sign up. So you won't see this information yet. You're going to have to sign up, which is fine. It doesn't just click to say, yes, I want to sign up, okay? And then you start placing your order. Whoops, wrong button. So this is my order currently. You can see all that I like to order here. But what you want to do is change orders. This is how you go in every month and change your orders. So you can see it looks just like a regular quick order, but what we're doing is adding it to our monthly order. So every month you can place a different order. You can get different products, do what it is that you want to do, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, you don't have to order the same thing month after month after month. So Kim and I very rarely, until very recently, order the same thing. Now, as most of you know, my wife is now expecting number 3, which we are very, very excited about. But what has happened is because of that, we started ordering some of the products that she's using very consistently on a monthly basis. So we're ordering Sulfurzyme every month. We're ordering Thiamine every month, and Super Cal, which is the calcium supplement. And of course, Ningxia Red. We've been ordering Ningxia Red every month for quite a while. So you can leave products there if you know you're going to use them. If you're like a lot of people, there's a few products that you might leave there and order every month, and then the rest of them you might change here and there as you need them, which is perfectly fine. So just remember what day you set your order to, and then get in and change it. The other thing you want to make sure that you do is that if you set your order to process early, so let's say it's the first month and you go in and you set your order, but it's not due to process until the 28th of the month. Okay, you want to get in probably on the 27th and just check. And what you want to check for is that all of the products that you have placed on your order are still in stock, because some of the products at Young Living do go out of stock. And that's not a bad thing. Here's why they go out of stock. Because remember before, I mentioned that Gary is very, very committed to quality. And so what he won't do is when we run low on a product, he won't go out and buy the raw material from somebody else who hasn't had the quality cultivation that he has. So we have a limit on how much of each product we can actually produce. And because of that, there is a limited supply of our products. So for instance, one of my wife's favorite oils is Valor. Valor is incredible for supporting healthy back function, as well as being uplifting to your mood and several other things, okay? But Valor is very difficult to keep in stock because of some of the oils that are in it. Valor is a blend. And so with Valor, we only get that as a company about once or twice a year when they go and do the harvest and can distill the oil that's needed to put into that blend. So you'll see people who stock up on Valor, including us. We actually just have one bottle of Valor left. Last time it was available, we bought like 3 of them, just because we wanted to make sure that we had it, because it was that important to our family to have that particular oil. So just be aware of some of the oils that go out of stock. Also, you know, when we get oils in from our overseas farms, Gary may look at them, may test them, and say, you know what, these aren't the quality that we need, and he will not sell them. Same thing with our supplements and other things. And so we really care about quality is the point. And because of that concern for quality, some of the oils do go out of stock, and that's perfectly fine. So just be aware of that. So the point is, check right before your order is supposed to process, like the day of, and make sure that it's in there. The other great thing about Essential Rewards is you can move the date around. So right now we're ordering at the beginning of the month. That just recently started. Before we started ordering at the beginning of the month, we were actually ordering at the very end of the month. My date is still set to process at the end of the month on the 28th, which is the last day you can process an Essential Rewards order. Okay, because February only has 28 days. That's just the day. Okay, but you can move it up. And if you move it up, you can always move it back. So there's a lot of flexibility there. The other great thing that Young Living offers is this is a monthly order, but if you need to skip a month, they're going to say, hey, okay. They'll give you 1 month every year that you can skip your order and not worry about, am I going to lose where I'm at in terms of the percentage back, the rewards that I'm getting. So once a year, if you need to, you can skip that. Now, we've been doing Essential Rewards for 2 years solid. We haven't ever skipped an order, and I couldn't imagine what we would be like if we had, just because, again, we're using the product, and they've become that integrated into our lives. Okay, so to place your order, you navigate through once you're in to the Essential Rewards order screen. You would navigate through, you would add the products to your order, and then you would go ahead and just move through the rest of the process. Again, I'd recommend using FedEx Ground to have that shipped out, and then go from there. So that's really how you place an Essential Rewards order. When it's time for you to sign up for Essential Rewards, which if you haven't signed up for it yet, I would recommend do it. You can sign up today. You can have it processed later this month if you want, but that way, you don't worry about it. You can get some of the oils ordered that you need. You can get some additional products in your hands, whether it's the Thieves Cleaner or some shampoos that don't have chemicals in it, or toothpaste that doesn't have antifreeze in it. You can get some of that. And if you have questions about what products might be good for you, feel free to give me a call. Or drop me a line on Facebook. I'd be happy, Kim and I both would be very, very happy to talk with you, find out what your goals are currently, and help point out some products that might be of benefit for you. So definitely take advantage of that as you can. All right, so that's the Essential Rewards. Let's move on from here. There's a whole lot more in the virtual office to get accustomed to. Again, go through the training that I pointed out earlier, and then if you have questions, call us. I'd be happy to set up more in specific training to go through any questions that you have and other things that you might need to know, depending on what your goals are and what you're trying to do. All right. Excellent. Oops, there's my mouse. Almost lost where I put that. Okay, so we talked about Essential Rewards. There again, it is. So months 1 through 6, you get 10% back. 7 through 12, you get 15% back, and 13 plus, you get 20% back. Again, I don't have all the details on this, but I do know that the new one that is coming out, it goes up to 25% as opposed to 20%, which I'm really excited about. So again, keep your eyes open. More information will be coming out as a result of that. Also, I did want to point out, in addition to the free product you're going to get because of the rewards that you're going to earn from placing orders, there's also exclusive bonus products every month for people who place Essential Rewards orders at a certain level. So that level is usually at 190, what we call PB, which just means it's $190 of qualifying product. Okay. There are some products like Rose where the PV, which is the personal value of that order, isn't as high as the actual cost of the order. And the reason for that is just simply because of now my mind just went blank for a minute, just because of the cost of the oil. So, but 190 and above, there's an extra oil that gets thrown in for you with your Essential Rewards every month. Okay, so when you go to place your order, so you've been ordering, you've gotten some points, and now you want to redeem those points. So what you're going to do is, remember a minute ago I showed you how to place the quick order. When you get through that quick order, then you're going to see your payment screen, and you have this Essential Rewards points option. So you click that, and then you actually have to assign points to the products that you want to apply that to. Now, here's the way that this works. So you have to have enough points to cover the full wholesale value of that product. Okay, and if you don't, then you can't apply partial. That's the way it works. It also doesn't cover shipping, so you'll have to pay the cost of shipping, which, I mean, we've ordered $400 worth of products in the past and paid maybe $10-15 in shipping. So I think that's worth it personally. But that's the way that this works. And again, you just walk through this process. There's also other products that you can get for free. So I said that you place a minimum of 190 PV order, you get an extra bottle of oil. For everybody, whether it's on Essential Rewards or it's a quick order, you can get free product from Young Living every month as your order increases in value. So at 190, you get a certain group of products. At 250, you get another one, and at 300, you get another one. It's generally how that works. Now, I've seen it structured once where it was a little bit different than that, and there's actually 4 tiers instead of 3. That's not normally the way that it happens. So this month, they wanted to point this out. So it's July 2016. At the 190, you get 3 bottles of lavender. So you get 1 15 ml bottle of lavender and 2 5 ml bottles of lavender. I'm really excited about that because we use a lot of lavender in our home. It helps open up your breathing ways and encourage healthy respiratory and sinus function. But it also is incredible for the skin and great for the hair, and it smells good. So we use a lot of lavender in our homes. At the 250 mark, you're going to get those. Plus, you're going to get a bottle of the Progestins Plus serum. Now, Progestins Plus is really specifically formulated for the woman's body, but that doesn't mean that men can't use it. All of the oils in it are safe for men, okay? But it's really good, again, for your skin. It also helps to support healthy hormone function in women. So that's a really good one. Any woman, I was talking at a patient class earlier this week, and I had suggested that any woman over 30 years old really should have something like Progestins Plus serum in their that they're using on a regular basis. Then if you go all the way up to the 300 mark, not only are you going to get the 3 bottles of oil plus the bottle of Progestins Plus serum, you're also going to get the lavender bath and shower gel. So that's it's a nice lavender soap for you to use in the bath and shower. So that's what this month's promo is. This changes every month. Last month there was, there was Joy and Abundance and MindWise, and I forget what else was in last month, but it changes every month. So make sure that you watch. This gets emailed out every month to the email that you signed up with. Plus, you can always access that in the virtual office. Okay, the way that you do that is you'll see here, I just put a screenshot up. So in the virtual office, you go under Member Resources, and then right here in Member Resources is the current promotional marketing materials. That's the easiest place to find what the what the current promotion is. Plus, it gives you a number of different formats for that, so you can print them up and hand them out to people as you're talking to people. Hey, get some free oils. Here's how. Here are the oils that you can get. And again, that changes every month. So I hope that part is useful and valuable for you. So I want to take a moment and shift gears. I personally love being thanked by Young Living. So I'm just going to turn this off for a quick minute. So Young Living, and really, quite honestly, every network marketing company, right? The difference between a network marketing company and going down to the store and buying something as simply this. With network marketing, you get thanked for talking about their product. So how many of us have gone to the store, we found a product that we really liked, we went to the store and we appreciated the service we got, and we talk about it. We talk about the restaurant, we talk about the store, we talk about this incredible product we used. Most of us have had that experience at one point or another. But how many of those companies thank you for using their product in a monetary way? Thank you for talking about their product in a monetary way. And that's what sets network marketing companies apart. And Young Living, I think, has an incredible way of doing that. So they say, you know what, when you share your oils and somebody purchases, we want to thank you for that. And so they have this compensation plan set up, which you can download as in the member resources. I'm going to give you a very simplistic overview of what that thank you looks like. And I just wanted to come on and explain to you why it's thank you. So people sometimes call this, well, this is my commission check. That sounds very salesy. Really what it is Young Living thanking you for using their product and for sharing it with others and helping Gary really achieve the goal that he has, which is to get Young Living oils into every home on the planet. That's his goal. And it is achievable with our help as we share oils with our friends. Okay, so let's look at this simplistic plan with you on how to get thanked with Young Living. Okay, so with Young Living, the idea is that you are going to use the oils, you're going to love the oils, and you're going to share the oils. Okay, so I'm not going to talk a lot about the ranking here, which is Senior Starts, but Kim and I are right now. What I'm going to talk about is this other stuff. Okay, so you and everybody in Young Living who ends up getting a thank you check spends anywhere between $100 and $300 every month. Okay, so the $300 is up there because that's where you're going to maximize the free product that you're going to get back from Young Living. So when you spend $300, you get all of that good product back, which ranges in value anywhere from about 180 is about the lowest I've seen, all the way up to over $200 in free product. Okay, so let's say you spend $300, so that's the first piece. Okay? That's what's called your PV, and then you go out and you share with 3 people. That's, let's say it's your mom, your sister, and your friend. Okay, and then your mom, your sister, and your friend each go share it with 3 people. This is all in the same month. Okay, so you share with 3, you help them share with 3, and they all decided to buy all the way up at the 300 mark. So when you share with 3, your mom, your sister, and your friend, Young Living is going to send you a check for about $300. So you've now paid for your order, which is awesome. Okay, so they've bought $300 worth of product, you bought $300 worth of product, and because you shared with 3 people who did that, you get that all paid for. Now, when they go out and start sharing with their friends, you get a portion of that back as well. And so what you're looking at, if you go out and share with 3 people, and they go out and share with 3 people, your thank you check that month is going to be about $680. That's what you're looking at. And you're looking at a Senior Star is the rank that you achieve. That's 2 levels up. Okay, that's really cool. So there's more information that you can get on this. I'm going to show you one more level. Let's take it out one more month and see what happens. So in one more month, so you share with 3 people who each are shared with 3 people. Okay, now you go out and share with 3 more people, and they each go share with 3 people. And the 3 people you shared with last month share with 3 new people. And the 3 people they shared with last month, let's just even say they each go out and share with 3 people. Okay, so all of that together really starts adding up. You're going to get bumped up to what's called a silver. That's in the leadership, and leadership is really cool because then you start getting commissions on all of Young Living's commissionable sales. So not just what happens in your organization, but then what happens across the company, which is really cool. So your thank you check at the end of that second month, if this is the pace at which it goes, is going to be about $2,000. $2,000 for going out, and what you did was you shared with 3 people the first month, you shared with 3 people the second month, and you helped those 6 people each go and share with 3 people. That's it. And how many of us could use an extra $500 to $2,000 every month? I don't know many people who would hang their head at that and say, oh gosh, I don't know. I just really don't need any more money right now. Most of us aren't in that situation. And most of us look and say, gosh, yeah, I could use an extra $500 a month. I could use an extra $2,000 a month. And it goes up from there. So this is silver. At gold, the average gold is making about $6,000 a month. The average platinum, which is the next level up, is making about $14,000 a month. And so really it goes up as far as you want to go. Let your dreams run wild and go, where do you want to go? Kim and I, our goal is we are going to be Royal Crown Diamonds. We are on our journey to being Royal Crown Diamonds with Young Living. And a Royal Crown Diamond, not that it's all about the money at that level, but just to give you an idea, a Royal Crown Diamond makes over $100,000 a month. Wow. I couldn't even begin to imagine what I would do with that kind of money, except as I start earning more, it increases my ability to now become a blessing to others. I'm very involved with a church. I love to help people in a number of different ways. And obviously some helping requires some capital to do so. And so when you start getting up there and earning that, you don't have to stop your full-time job. If you don't want to, you can. But it increases your ability to now go and be a blessing to others because you've been blessed because of these whales. How cool would that be? Kim and I and our kids, we are so excited about the journey that we're on, and we want to take you with us. And we're excited that you're part of our team and that you're letting us share this with you. And so even if you're looking to go, gosh, no, I really don't want to build the business, that's fine. Let us help you share with a few people. And let Young Living thank you for sharing with those people. And if that's as far as it goes, that's awesome. But once you see that, you might just decide that you want to share with a few more people, and a few more people, and a few more people. And that's how this takes off. You just keep sharing with people because you have found something that is amazing that you cannot keep to yourself. And that's really what the idea of this is. So that's all I'm going to talk about. For right now, again, the full compensation plan is available on the Young Living website in the member resources area. Definitely encourage you to go get that. If I signed you up or Kim signed you up, you have likely received a copy of the compensation plan as well as the income disclosure statement and probably also something called the Elite Express program. I'm not going to talk about that in detail tonight. If you are interested in really looking at this and saying, you know what, I want to share with people and I don't mind getting thanked for it. Give me a call and let me show you the Elite Express program because not only do they want, the Young Living want to give you thank you checks for sharing with people, but if you are sharing with people and moving up through the ranks at a fairly quick pace, they also want to give you a whole lot more free product, which is really cool, including starting out at the executive level. So that's 3 levels up. So you start as distributor, you go to start, senior, start, and then executive. So at 3 levels, you're going to get your first batch of goodies from Young Living. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Would definitely love to chat with you about it. Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about how to share your oils. So when we think about sharing the oils, most of you have heard me talk a little bit about being FDA compliant. So here's what this is. So the essential oils are not medicine. And medicines are defined as something that treats or cures illnesses and disease. Essential oils are not that. What essential oils do is they support your body to function in the way that God designed it to function. I should probably mention, because you hear me reference God in church a little bit, I am a Christian. I am absolutely a born-again follower of Christ. And so simply what that means in part is that I believe the Bible from the front cover to the back cover that God created us and he created all of creation and he did it in 7 days. And part of what he did was he gave us these oils back thousands of years ago because he knew that our bodies needed them. And And so it's a really kind of cool thing. And so what we have to be careful of is as we use oils, a lot of us use oils because, we have a particular issue that we're dealing with, and we want to solve that issue. I mentioned earlier in the call that my son had a skin issue, and really what his body needed was a little bit of extra TLC. And so we have these issues that we deal with. Well, those issues are disease and illness. And we can't talk about oils treating disease and illness. And here's part of why. Just like prescriptive medications, your body is unique. And so just like prescriptive medications, your body's going to respond to essential oils in a particular way. My body is going to respond to those oils perhaps in a different way. And the next person you meet, their body's going to respond to them in even a potentially different way. And so when you say, gosh, I've got this issue and this oil fixed it, what you're doing, number one, is making that oil medication, which it's not, right? These support our body systems. But the other thing that you're doing is you're setting somebody up to expect they're going to get the same results that you are. And they may not with that particular oil. And so it is at times a matter of finding the right oil for that person. There are some ways that we can do that without having to buy a bunch of oils and test them. One way, you've already seen it, when we meet with people, when we're at vendor events, when we're at conferences, we share oils with each other. Why? Because we want to let people experience oils and know, is this oil going to work for me? Is this oil going to do what I want it to do? And if it doesn't, gosh, I'm not going to buy that oil. And if it does, you go, gosh, I got to get me some of that. Right? There's some really good English for you today. And so that's one way of doing it. But there's also a scan that can be done to look and see what oils might benefit your body because of the way your body responds to their frequency. And Kim and I have a device that does that. It's called the NITOVI scanner. The scan is actually called bioimpedance analysis. Okay, it's a very scientific thing. It's used actually a lot in medicine, including in medical devices. So it's not some kind of like new hippie sort of thing. It's been used and widely used in a number of different applications. This is just another application for that. But what it does is it looks at how your body responds to the frequencies, the electric frequencies of the oils. And based on how your body responds to that, it knows, because of an algorithm that has been developed, is this oil going to benefit yours or not? So the first time that we did the scan in my home with my wife, we had a number of the oils that it recommended for her, and so we put them on her. And later that day, she said, "Man, this is awesome." And she's been using oils for a while, but she said she felt better that day than she had in quite a long time. And what we did is we had her scan, we did her scan, and we applied the oils that it recommended. And so, it's really an incredible thing. But even then, the scan just tells you is your body going to respond favorably to these oils. And I can tell you, I've not responded unfavorably to any oils. There are some oils that work better for my body than others. There are some oils that I put on and I go, did that do anything? I really don't know. And that's perfectly fine because my body chemistry is a certain way. Your body chemistry is a certain way. And so what works for you may not work the same way for me and vice versa. Okay. So that's why we want to be really careful and it's FDA compliant. So when you're sharing oils, it's really easy. Just stay focused on wellness rather than illness. This supports these functions. That's all you have to do. And the way that you know what functions oil support, number one, look at the Young Living website. The information on the Young Living website is vast. And there's a lot of information on each product there and what it does for you, what systems it supports. But then also get a reference guide, a desk reference. Now, there's a lot of things in the desk reference that are not FDA compliant, so don't share that with people. That would be for your personal use. But part of what's in the reference guides is what systems do these oils support. And you'll see that the oils, any one individual oil supports a lot of systems. And so an oil for me may support a particular system, but in you might support a different system more aggressively or more successfully. So that's the way to approach this. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that everything you need to share your oils is included in your starter kit. So you got the 11 oils. The reason why Gary gives away these premium starter kits, I mean, there's over $300 worth of oils and product, and he gives them away for $160. Right? And the reason why he does that is because he wants to get enough oil into your hands that you're not going to hoard it. That you're not going to go, oh, I can't give any of this away. But you're going to share it with people because you've got some to share. And that's the idea. And so make sure that you plan to share with people, that you have oils on hand. We are constantly looking at the oils that come in the premium starter kit and making sure we've got more, because we want to be able to share it with people without going, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of frankincense this week. Or, oh my gosh, am I going to run out of lavender? And I can tell you, it's said a lot around Young Living. What you put out is what you get back. And there have been a number of oils that we have run out of because we have shared it with somebody without hesitation. And that's an okay thing. But just keep that in mind. Be free yourself to share it with people, because everybody needs this stuff. They just don't know it yet. And the way they're going to know is when you share it with them. But in terms of actually sharing it, so let's say you want to sit down and actually share oils with somebody and talk to them about, the premium starter kit and getting started. Everything you need to know is right in that starter kit. So I want to show you in the box. You should have received. Let me change this here. Okay, so in the box you should have. Whoops. I just rolled onto my cord from my microphone. Sorry, because this is a really sexy microphone I wear for these conferences. All right, so and you can send me all sorts of great chat messages and stuff about that later. All right, so this is a really great great resource for you. This is your product guide, and when you first get your oils, you get a copy of this product guide. This is the 2016 product guide. There's probably a new one of these that's going to be rolling out here in the very near future, in part because we have a whole lot of new products, which is a good thing, right? But what you do, you can see on mine, I've tabbed a bunch of stuff. So these are the pages that I want to make sure I hit when I'm talking to people. And so, some of the things that you want to make sure you talk about, you want to talk a little bit about our Seeds to Seal, right? So you go through that. You want to talk a little bit about the farms, and you want to talk a little bit about, how it's harvested and, what that looks like. You want to share with people about what kind of cool stuff Young Living has, not just oils. Right? We're not just some little oils company. Whoops, there we go. Right? We're not just some little oils company. We've got a lot of other cool products too. And I say cool. I mean, they're really, really useful, and they're really good at what they do. And so you go through this and you share with people. How do you apply your oils? What oils come in the starter kit? What do they do? How do I get signed up for Essential Rewards? What are some of the kits that I can get? All of that is right here in this product guide. And so I would definitely recommend use this to talk with people. If you stay focused on this as you sit down to share with somebody, you, number one, will stay FDA compliant, and number two, will have just the right information. You can read it word for word. You don't have to memorize stuff, right? Just read it out of here. And what you're doing is you're sharing with people. And part of what you want to do is, as you share with your three, you want to show them, hey, this is easy to share with people. Put some oil on them, sit down with your product guide, go through a few pages of it, right? That's easy. Anybody can do that. And when they see that it's so easy to do, they're going to go share with their three people, right? And that's how you're going to get those thank you checks of $600, of $2,000 and more. So use the product guide. I can't stress that enough. All right. So we've been going now for gosh, almost an hour. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you have too. There's just a little bit more I wanted to go through with you, and then we will wrap up. So there is so much more to learn. I want to make sure that you have every opportunity to learn as much as you can about Young Living. Keep in mind, Kim and I have been members for 2 years. I have personally been working on learning more about Young Living and about our products and our oils for about the last 3 months. So I feel like I'm pretty brand new at doing this. And the way that you learn is a number of things. You go to classes and you participate in conferences and you participate in webinars and those kinds of things. Lots of people know a whole lot more than you do. Lots of people know a whole lot more than I do. Lots of people know a whole lot more than Shannon does, who's the diamond that Kim and I are under, which means that you're under as well. Okay. And so capitalize on other people's knowledge. Don't feel like you have to know everything, because you don't. One of the best things you can do is say, you know what, I don't know everything. Let me learn from those who know what I don't. And that's part of how you're going to learn. What can I do to better support my own wellness? And then what can I do to support other people's wellness that I'm talking to? So 3 ways to get more education. Visit our website, oilyourhealth.com. There's a number of places I want to direct you on there. So first, there's the events section, which there's a calendar on there. I try to keep that updated with the events that are coming up. Okay, so those aren't just the events that Kim and I are doing. We do 2 classes a month at the Big B in Heartland. That would be the 2nd and 4th Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock in the evening. We also do 2 webinars a month outside of this one. So these are product-related webinars, education-related webinars. Those are on the 1st and 3rd Tuesdays at 8:30. So our webinars are always at 8:30. That way they're hopefully nice and convenient for you and not too late, but also not cutting into family time and that kind of stuff. We're very big on family in our homes. We try to do that kind of stuff once the kids are down. Another place to look is YLMI Classes. So that stands for Young Living Michigan Classes.com. So YLMIClasses.com. And by the way, these URLs, they are not case sensitive, so don't worry about having to capitalize them. I just do that to try and help point out what the words are, help you remember them. So YLMIClasses.com, Shannon Hudson actually administrates that website, and there's potentially some classes that I don't get on my calendar that do get on hers. I do try to stay current on that. I actually pulled some of the classes from hers and then put it on mine as well, just trying to minimize some places you have to go. But that is another great website to go to. And then finally is ShannonHudsonYL.com. That is a great place to get a number of things. So one, there's an events tab there. Go check out the events that she's doing. So not only are her classes amazing, which she typically does on Mondays in Schwartz Creek at a Church of God there on Hill Road. Kim and I generally try to go to those. So we'd love to have you come with us. If Schwartz Creek isn't, in your neck of the woods, that's fine. There's classes all over the place. And if you need some help finding some, let me know. I can help you locate them. Not a problem at all. But Shannon also does 3 or 4 times a year larger conferences at the Tyrone Conference Center off of Old US 23 just south of Fenton. And that is generally a Friday and a Saturday night. There's another one coming up August 12th and 13th. And the way these work is Friday is dedicated to business building. So helping educate you on what you need to know to build your business. And then Saturday is dedicated to the topic for the weekend. So this one in August is on hormones. And I've heard Shannon teach on this already, and I strongly encourage you, all of us have hormone issues, just may not know it. So be there. That way you can learn about what's going on with hormones in your body and how to properly support your body so that everything functions the way it should. Because believe it or not, if there is one hormone off in your body, it impacts about every system of your body working properly, because these hormones are neurotransmitters. I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, you should come to the conference. So here's the way it works. Kim and I have a few tickets that are discounted. So the cost normally for these conferences is $35. We have a few tickets still at $15. So if you'd like to come, we'd love to have you. Give us a call. If you are brand new, if you came in June or later, you will get into this conference for free. Just let us know that you want to come. We'll make sure that there's no issues with that. Also, if you want to bring somebody who is not a member, they can come free of charge. So we just want to make sure that they get the information that they need and get exposed to some people who do Young Living, see that we're not all crazy, and get some really good information on how to support their wellness. Alrighty. Well, that about does it. Thank you again for joining me this evening, or if you're watching this on the replay. Really appreciate you taking some time to educate yourself and learn just a little bit more to take that next step in your Young Living journey. Kim and I, as I mentioned earlier, we are so excited to be part of this journey with you. If there's any way that we can help you, please do not hesitate to give us a call. I didn't put a slide with it. I normally do, so I apologize. But you are always welcome to call. Our phone number is, I'll try and say it slowly here. It's area code 810-207-5115, and that is on our website, oilyourhealth.com. Definitely, I would encourage you, find us on Facebook. You can friend us. We have a Facebook page. We'd love to have you join that. It's Oil Your Health with Josh and Kim Decker. We also have a group for people who are interested in building the business. We'd love to have you join that as well. So let us know, and we can get you invited to that. So hope this was good for you, that you got a little bit of good information out of it. Definitely check out some of the additional classes that we have coming up. The next webinar we're doing is Oils for Dudes. That'll be in about a week and a half now. So not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Definitely interested in that one. So if you know a guy who's kind of like, oh, this oils, I'm not really sure, there's a way for dudes to use them too. So come join us for that one. We'll have a lot of fun together. Also, I have a Facebook class coming up next Friday, so not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, that we're going to review the products that were announced at a conference a couple weeks ago at the International Brand Convention a couple weeks ago. So you definitely want to make sure that you're there for that. Lots of really cool stuff happening within Living, including, and I love to talk about this, we are now the only oils company who do have federally approved, FDA approved over-the-counter medications. We have 2 of them currently, and so we'll be talking about those at our product review, as well as some of the other products that are just really exciting to see. So hope to see you there a week from tomorrow. Other than that, if you need anything, definitely reach out to us. We're here to help you along your journey, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great night, everybody.